Africa, you know, it isn't actually this big. It's quite larger, even bigger than Rhode Island. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. Thank you for joining us this week on Reading Rainbow, classic mythology fiction pre-Christ novel edition. We do this round once every week. Today, we will be observing the amazing author known only as Homer. Not Homer Simpson, the other Homer, I mean that. Homer was the author of the Iliad, an amazing novel about the Trojan horse and other Trojan things. But we're not going to learn about that. No, that's too boring. We will be reading another book. We will read the Odyssey. Where is the book? Where is it? Oh, thank you. Right. This is a story of adventure, love, romance, commitment, beards, and loincloths. Let us begin. Sing through me, O muse, and tell the story of the... Okay, that's really boring. This is just... Okay, do-do-do. Hot ladies, right, that's nice. No dead people. Ooh. Seems nice, okay. And now we begin at page 174 and a half. Our real story begins when Odysseus and his men had just dropped off at the island of the Cyclopses. When landing ashore, Odysseus went with his bravest men and also decided to take a goat's skin of wine, in case there were some party gods there and they wanted to party. Which was very likely to happen those days. When they got on the island, they did find a cave. They thought it was full of cheese and shelves and fire. Probably someone lived there. So they camped out there for the night and had fun with the cheese. Later that night, they saw a man, a giant man, walking in. He was a Cyclops, 20 feet tall, wearing a goatskin loincloth over his loins and one big blue eye in the middle of his head, carrying one goat and the others following him. What? I smell fire! I smell fire! 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 I'm so sorry, that was on me. It was the pipe. It had tobacco in it. It was near my face. This happens when you get old. That was an embarrassment. That's on me. I'm sorry, guys. Can we carry on? Okay, thank you. Where were we? Right. And the Cyclops did enter with his sheep behind him, carrying one pregnant one. And he came into his cave and he did eat of cheese and of roast meat, because it had been a tiring day, and he was hungry. Then he saw the men quivering in the corner. He said, "Who are you? You're not sheep. I don't really know anybody who's not a sheep or a Cyclops, and I wasn't expecting company." They said, "No, I'm pretty sure we're not sheep or Cyclopses. We are men. We've come from far across the sea, we've gone a long way, and we're tired. Do you have any gifts you could give us, or some complimentary cheese or something?" Then the Cyclops got a bit ticked, and grabbed two men, and ate them up, as if they were ho-hos. Then the men cowered in the corner, crying out to Zeus. But Odysseus, he did not cry. He was angry, and he thought. They did rest that day, and then one day, the Cyclops came back. He ate two more men. But what the Cyclops did not know is that while he was gone, Odysseus had come up with a plan. This plan was he took a stick, and he did sharpen it on one side, and he put it in the fire to make it hot. What? No! Stop! Stop it! Who was that? Was that you? Was you Latino coffee guy? No! Stop! You don't even speak English! Leave! gone! Get thee hither! Leave, Latino guy!
Ole!
You don't even belong here! We don't even like you! Leave! No one likes guitar music! Get out! And take your drugs with you! Can we carry on now? Are we done? Oh, can we carry on? Sorry about that. Thank you. Shall we continue? Thank you, we had some technical difficulties. Right. But what the Cyclops did not know was that while he was gone, Odysseus had concocted a plan. He ordered his men to take a club, which the Cyclops used when he went out and took his early morning jog. And he took it, and he sharpened it at the end. Put it in the fire to make it hard. And his men said, why don't we just kill the Cyclops when he comes back in the night? That'd be much easier. And he said, dummy-dums? That's a big rock over there. We can't move that. That'd be really hard. And he said, oh, right. I forgot. And so it came to pass, the Cyclops did come back. And Odysseus did say, oh, Cyclops, thank you for not eating us all at once. That would be downhearting and would probably give us some depression issues. And he said, here is some wine, which we brought and stored in a goat skin. It is for you. And he said, well, I do like goats, and I do like wine. Can I have some? And he said, sure, as much as you like. Now this was not your normal 1800s wine. This was 100% pure alcohol, liquid pot. It was intense. It was like if you took some booze and some vodka and some pure alcohol and some whiskey and you just took that all and threw it in one bucket and put food coloring in it. It would be horrific. It's like if you drank one sip, you would see a monkey in a plaid shirt eating mint Oreos in his eye socket. It would be horrific. And he drank the whole freaking thing. You cannot possibly fathom it. And he did drink it all, and he did see it was good. And after the Cyclops had drinking the whole thing of liquid hallucinogenic drugs, he did fall asleep, for he was tired. Drinking a lot makes you tired. And the men did pick up their sharp stick, and they said 1, then they said 2, then they said 3, just a bit louder this time for emphasis. And they did, with a heave and a hoe and a mighty throw, they did jab it into the monster's eye. The hissing of the fire making contact with his eye was mixed with the shouting to make unfathomable noise. And there was blood and whipped cream-like liquid flowing from his eyes. There was violence and gore and death. Oh, I'm so sorry. I read too much. That was violent. I'm so sorry. I do apologize. I'm going to skip that part. That was disgusting. Right, here we are. And after he was in pain, he said, who did this to me? Who are you? And he said, I'm nobody. And he said, nobody? That sounds strange. You like nobody. As in no person. Oh well. For each his own. And after all that screaming, his Cyclops brothers came over and they said, brother, why are you screaming? We were taking a power nap. What the heck? And he said, well, nobody's killing me. Nobody's hurting me. And they said, well, if nobody's hurting you and you're screaming, you're a bit of an idiot. Jerk. Well, at least when we're up, we might as well go pump some lead. And they did go into the gym. And the Cyclops, realizing that he'd been tricked and utterly looking kind of stupid, said, "Arg! How dare you do this unto me, you evil men?" And then he said, "Well, at least I've trapped you here, and now you can't leave." But they could leave. For in the morning he did move the stone. And what he did do is he, since he could not see, touched each of his sheep on the head to make sure that the men were not on them. But they were not. They were under the sheep, tied with twine that they had taken from the inside of their socks. And it was genius. It was amazing, and it was the coolest. And after they left, they did go, and the Cyclops did say, "Where's all the guys? What the hey?" And then they went under their ship, and they yelled to the Cyclops, and they said, "Cyclops, listen!" And the Cyclops said, What? You're outside? I thought they had you trapped in there." And we're like, and they said, "We went on the bottom of your sheep, dummy dumb." And he said, "I hate when I look stupid." And they said, "If anyone asks you, who made you look so ugly and foul, tell them that it was Odysseus, son of Laertes, king of Ithaca, and coolest guy in the county by far." And the Cyclops did say, "Grr!" And he did throw a rock. And he did pray to his father Poseidon and said, "Father, curse that guy over there. He made me look dumb." And that curse did come back to haunt Odysseus. And they did go out to sea again. And the first day out at sea was spent in peace. And the second day at sea was spent in peace. And the third day at sea... Okay, this is boring. Let's keep going. Yada, yada, yada. Circe... Ooh, nice. Blah, 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 blah. He kicked some pseudo's trash. That's nice. Blah, blah, blah. He and his wife make out. The end. And that is the story of Odysseus. Thank you for joining us. Next week, we will be reading something else. I'm not sure yet. We don't plan that far ahead. Thank you. I miss that Latino guy. He's at the door! Latino coffee guy! I miss you! His second book, the Odyssey. You were supposed to throw me the book right here. This is a story of adventure, of love, and of guys wearing little clothes and having beards. Homer. Not Homer Simpson, the other Homer. He was an amazing author. Stop it. Stop. This is wrong. This is... No, I'm pretty sure we're not sheep. We are men. Men from Ithaca. I am Odysseus. Cut that out. He didn't say that. He said he was... I lose. Lose point, Nathan. And this was very strong wine. I mean, it wasn't like grape juice with a little beer in it. It was like pure 100% alcohol with purple color in it. It was like, boom. It was like liquid pot. He was just going crazy. He was sucking this stuff down, and he was, oh my gosh.
I can't do this. I can't do this. Oh my.
We were sleeping. Why would you do this? And he said, brothers, nobody. Gosh! Cut it again! I skipped the nobody part!